Okie dokie. Hey guys, it's Julie Ruiz with Love Group Travel, and today I am joined with a sweet, sweet lady, Ashley Olsen. Say hi, Ashley. She's
Hi,
joining me
thanks for
from
having me.
Florida. Yeah, so we're super excited. She's going to be on the charter with us, and I wanted to just share a few updates about the charter first, and then we'll meet Ashley, we'll learn a little bit about all the amazing things she's doing, and then how the cruise is going to go. So, first up, I needed to go through several items for the charter. So, the sip and sail was moved to April 26th. For the in person people that are in Texas, it will be at my home, and it will be from 6 to 8 p.m. on April 26th. So we will have heavy hors d'oeuvres and some libations, and then let the group get to know each other a little bit more. A lot of you already know each other, but for the newbies, this will be a really fun event. And at 7 o'clock, I will go live on Facebook from that event for all of our out of town folks that will be on board. We have quite a few. We've got them spanning all the way from Phoenix to Pennsylvania, down to Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. We've got it all. So at 7 p.m. is when that live will start, and we will go over some tips and tricks and things like that. So that is on April 26th. Most of everyone's airfare is done at this point, and if you still need assistance with airfare, just reach out to one of us, McKinley or myself. John Lux is also helping with that. So just send us a quick message to Julie at Love Group Travel or McKinley at Love Group Travel, and we can help you with airfare. The airfare's been ticking downward, so it's a good thing. We've noticed that we were very happy that we held off on booking quite a bit of the airfare. Insurance, you would have seen emails go out about increasing your amount of coverage for your trip expense because you're making more payments now. We need to go ahead and insure the total amount so that should you need to cancel, I hope not, but if you did, then you would be able to file a claim to get a refund for the amount that you've already paid in. So those are almost complete as well. But check your email frequently because from now on until the trip, we will have a lot of messages going out with Facebook and to your email. I have 33 people signed up for the pre in Amsterdam. That's the 2 nights in Amsterdam. And I have 27 people signed up for the post, which will be 2 nights in Lucerne, 2 nights in Lake Como. And then this group of wonderful folks want to keep going. So they're going to spend 2 more nights in Milan. And we have something very interesting that's going to be happening we're going to do a tour. There is a book that Larry Ludke, one of our guests that will be on board, he read a fabulous book, and Under the Scarlet Sky, I believe is the name of it. And it's about World War II and what some of the things that happened in Italy, which is something that we typically hear about. So it's really cool. We'll be doing a tour to go to see all the sites of that book. So that's coming up. Packing tips, we'll start talking about that next month. Passports, please. We've sent out several emails. Several of you have passports that have expired, and you've probably renewed them, but we need the information. So just check your email again and update any forms with your new passport information. The last thing I want to share before we start chatting with Ashley is if you are transiting through the UK at any, like London Heathrow is a very popular stopover for quite a few of you. It would be I would say I would highly recommend it if you got the UK ETA. Okay, this is the visa for UK. And if you're just transiting and staying airside right now, they're not requiring you to have it. But should you get delayed, should you need to leave that airside area, should you need to go stay in a hotel, you won't have the visa. And this, you can download the app. And it took me 5 minutes to complete this. If you have your passport in hand, you'll have to take your phone out of its case to be able to scan it and make sure that you get all the information in there. You take a picture. It is $13.42. So in my opinion, go ahead and get it done. It's good for 2 years. And then if something were to happen, you are not going to be waiting in a big long line trying to make this happen. So that is it. as far as my updates for today. So now I want to chat with Ashley. So Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited about this. I'm still like can't believe this is really happening. So I'm by trade, I'm a photographer. I'm a branding photographer. I work exclusively with female-owned businesses, anything from authors to like what Julie does to makers, designers, artists, all kinds of things to help them create images that showcase what it is that they offer to their ideal client. So the problem that they're solving, the dream outcome that they're offering for their ideal client. So I have all kinds of courses and editing presets and things like that just help to make business a little bit simpler and a little more beautiful for the people that I work with. And then I'm also the founder of Crown for Ashes, which is a nonprofit organization that serves young widows and wounded warrior couples through retreats here on Florida's Emerald Coast. So our whole mission is to connect people who have experienced some type of loss or hardship with the opportunities to form lasting connections. So there's just nothing like walking through hardship with somebody who really gets you. So we're building a retreat house here on the Emerald Coast where we're going to be able to serve beyond what we're just doing now. We know that there's going to be other groups of people that we're going to be serving. So that is I'm a very multi-passionate person. I help my husband run his business too. So I'm a busy lady, but I'm super excited to be able to use my talents to come on this trip and help you guys, be like your little walking memories of the trip and record the trip for you guys. And I'm very excited, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to share a little bit of my heart and all of that kind of stuff with you guys.
It's going to be super great. So tell us a little bit about, you're doing the retreats now. Where do you do them since you don't have the facility yet?
We work with an incredible lady here who has such a heart for our mission. She has a rental house. It's like a lodge. So like a vacation style rental. And so we are able to utilize that for our widow retreats, but it's not ADA accessible. So that's why we're building a retreat house that will be able to serve our warrior couples and population that we don't even know yet in the future, other groups of people that need ADA accessibility as well.
And so what prompted you to go down this journey, this path?
Yeah. So I became a caregiver to my husband, Chris, in 2013. He was injured in the military, and I was his caregiver for 5.5 years until he passed away in 2018. And the same experience that we had when he was injured of not knowing anybody else who was our age, who was young and who was trying to figure out life adapted, and the loss of career, the loss of the future plans that we had, it was such an isolating experience and felt so alone. When we connected with community and other people who were walking through that through adaptive sports, it was like a light bulb moment. So when I became a widow, the first widow that I met, I recognized that feeling of connection being like almost like a lifeline, having someone that gets it to walk with you. So that Chris had, it was actually his dream to build a house where we could bring wounded warrior couples. And we bought the piece of land where the house will be built a year before he passed away. And then when he passed, I just felt really called. The Lord spoke to me in the night that this mission did not die with him, and that we would also serve the new phase of life that I was in, which is young widowhood. And we now know we're about to have our 6th birthday, Crown for Ashes, that we're going to serve people beyond just that initial vision that he had, and that the next vision that God gave me, that he's just giving us like a little bit at a time. And so this is just going to be far bigger than we could ever imagine.
I think it's so cool. And I met Ashley, oh gosh, it was during COVID.
Yeah.
And she did some of my branding photos. We met through a mutual friend, Sherry Berry, who was the author that was on last month. And she will also be on the sailing. So this is a way of meeting really cool people as well. And you never know when you're going to cross paths again, or when you can lift another person up, or collaborate and do something really amazing. So I was just really thrilled when I started thinking about, okay, I need a photographer. Who do I want? This is who I want. She is amazing. Her heart is in the same place as almost every single guest that's on board. They are all have servants' hearts, and we have quite a few widows on board that of all ages. And so I think this is this trip isn't just about seeing the destinations, as I've said repeatedly. It's about the people that you're traveling in the journey with. And so I'm super happy that you're going to be traveling on this journey with us. And you never know where it's going to take us, the next step. But I'm just thrilled. I'm really excited, and I'm so happy that you agreed. I can't wait to see your ideas for how we capture this so that we can share it with others and really enhance the experience. So I'm super thrilled. Tell me, I've heard that you got married again.
I did, yes.
Tell us about.
What did you ask?
I said, tell us about him.
Oh, well, he's amazing. He was such a just when you're praying very specifically about something, you recognize it when it walks into your life. And so that was our story. We had actually been going to church together for like a year and a half before we ever met. And so I was on stage with my pastors preaching through the book of Ruth, paralleling it with my modern day widowhood story, and he was running sound, and we had never met. So 6 months after that, someone introduced us, mutual friends, and it was very clear pretty quickly that he was going to be my person. And so I'm just thankful for this next chapter of life, and he's so honoring of my story and my past with Chris. It'll be 7 years next week since Chris passed away. And Aaron and I have been married for 3 years now. So I really did a lot of work in healing forward. There's no moving on, right? There's just moving forward. And so he really just came in and honored my story and has picked up the mantle to walk alongside me in ministry. And he experienced child loss. So he too has a story of suffering and grit and steadfastness. And so I think that will be something in the future, other families that will be able to serve in the future too.
That's so good. And he has a daughter, right?
Yes, a daughter and a son. So we have an 8-year-old little girl here and a almost high school graduate.
Oh, goodness bless you. Sorry, I'm taking a drink, but I started feeling that tickle. Okay, so you're about to have a graduate.
Yeah.
Really close. That is a lot. That's a lot.
Month. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, and your husband might be on board with us, right? We're still trying to figure it out.
We're working as hard as we can to get the childcare taken care of and the businesses taken care of to where he can step away. So we're doing all we can. I really want him to be there with me.
I would love it. I would love to meet him. I would love to experience this with him. So awesome sauce. Well, you guys, I put the Crown for Ashes website address on there, so you can visit that. We will replay this. We'll put it on YouTube. There'll be more information about Ashley and what's going to happen on board. So thank you so much. We will see you guys next week on our next live. Thank you so much. Bye, Ashley.
Bye.